They'll indeed go for it. It's Cousins. Pass taken in by his big tight end. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down.
Mission accomplished on that throw. Slant, pick up the first down. I like how he just put it on the receiver and didn't lead him on that one.
Happened quickly. Defense, not much they could do. Handoff right side to Wangu. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's the corner. A.J. Terrell getting up and stopping him for a loss.
It's not easy playing the corner, is it? A lot of times you got to defend against the pass, but sometimes you have to play against the run. How about the job he did there, crashing inside to make that tackle for a loss?
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. And now they'll shift things around.
Gun. Yo.
2nd down, Cousins. They're trying for Rager, but it's intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Ritter will set up to throw it. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Looking to throw it here, Ritter. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
So on 4th down, Ritter heads to the sideline. Younghoe Koo gets set for the Atlanta field goal. Koo knocks this one through the post. So that, Charles, on a season long right there.
And you know he's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
Koo just hit the field goal. Now he kicks off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they sit now at 500 on the year. And, Charles, this was a team that really looked lost in that first month or so of the season. But they have had the hot hand lately, winning 3 straight.
I would agree. It's almost hard to believe that this is the same team because we followed them pretty closely throughout this season. And early on, I know I thought this is going to be a really tough year for this crew. So plenty of credit to them for turning the ship around.
Behind the chains, 2nd and 13. Here's Cousins. Now that's dropped underneath to Wangu. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. A nice little gain.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Now Cousins sees something. He's going to change this around. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. There's still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. This offense so far on third down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. On play action, Cousins. That is caught. Able to slither by. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Excellent play there on third down. Give them 25 yards.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. He'll check that down to Nwangu out of the backfield. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Up the middle, Nwangu. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. And now they'll stop play here, at least momentarily. A member of the Vikings in some discomfort after that last play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now they'll audible to something else.
Gun. Leave it. Bring up 48.
Cousins now to throw on 1st down. Drops this underneath for Chandler. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth. And he's miles away in Smoke. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Ty Chandler. His first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are able to widen their advantage. So how about that for your first carry of the game? Not bad.
How about that, and not bad at all. I think he earned himself a little bit more work, partner, because that's what you want from your number 2 or your number 3 running backs. You want him to come in with the fresh legs, give your team a little jolt, and he did it right there. Best way to lobby for more playing time? Have runs like that.
And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay. Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Another attempt now from 5 yards further back. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game.
Makes the score Vikings 14, Falcons 3.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he returns this to the 22.
1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. This ball down the field for Pitts. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Let's go now.
Now a 2nd and 10.
White, white. Steel, black. Let's go. Go set.
Ritter. This ball down the field for Pitts. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Lewis C. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
They'll take over the 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Go hot. Burn, burn.
Following the interception, Cousins. That's complete to Chandler on the check down. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now 2nd and 5. Cousins here going to change the play.
All right, now here we go.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the Falcons will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. Down the right sideline. Touchdown, Falcons. Kyle Pitts, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone, because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room. I've got a good friend in football who always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line.
Hey, we're good.
Now Cousins. He finds his man, complete. That's Chandler. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Yeah, big play there. And when you have a running back that you can use like a wide receiver, when he has that kind of versatility, you do as they did there. Get him out of the backfield and give those defensive backs something else to worry about.
They're hot. Yellow, yellow, yellow.
Now they'll change things up. Cousins on first down. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. Down the sideline he goes. And he takes this one back into the end zone. The Falcon defense has a touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 17-14. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with a little under a minute to go, they may try and work their way into field goal range and try to tie up this ball game. Back to it after the pick six. Cousins, and his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
On first down, Ritter. And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points, but he could not get that to stick, and that is a golden opportunity wasted there.
And that is not what you expect from a receiver of his caliber. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself. You don't look it in, and all of a sudden it's on the ground. A surprise to all.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Ready?
Now Ritter back to throw. A quick throw, but incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. In motion, Hollins.
Steal! Check steal! Trail, yellow. Ready, ready.
Ritter throwing on 3rd down. He's got his target. That's complete. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Here we go, set. Set.
They'll run with Patterson. And he gets in. Touchdown Atlanta. Cordell Patterson scoring a touchdown against his former mates. And the Falcons will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on third down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. And he stopped immediately there. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, you know, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Here's Chandler on second down. And now off to the races down the right side. 62 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all 11 on defense, able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
And they'll send the tight end in motion. Counter play. Here's Chandler. Sheds off the tackle. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Now a handoff to Chandler. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Jesse Bates made the tackle from his safety spot.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Now Cousins going to change it up. Second and 9 now. Rager catches it left side. Escapes the defender. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 25 yards that time.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field. It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Bring up 48. Gun.
They'll bring a tight end in motion right. Here's Chandler. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal.
That's good hard running right there on 1st and goal. That gets them down to the 2 and puts a lot more pressure on that defense.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Here's Chandler again, but he will lose yardage here. Back to the 4-yard line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
Chandler, and he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Ty Chandler with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Vikings' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Joseph now to have the PAT. And now it's blocked. That's a live ball scooped up by the offense. I'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here. Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here we go.
The ball on the 32. It's 2nd and 2.
Trouble, 38. Cut.
Robinson with another carry. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Ready.
3rd and 3.
Cut.
Robinson will try to pick it up. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that 1st down gain of 8.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. Now Osborne to return it. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that. Charles's defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now Cousins sees something. He's going to change this around. Now Chandler. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 93 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, "I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along."
They run it with Chandler down to about the 45.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's second down and 8. Now they'll change things around before the snap.
They'll try to throw now. Cousins.
And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So they got him coming up from his linebacker spot.
And sometimes the position designation really doesn't matter. If you creep up to the line of scrimmage, you just have to look for the football. Make sure it moves before you do.
And the penalty, a big assist to this offense. Now it's 3rd and 3. Now a handoff up the middle. Chandler. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Johnson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. Jefferson moving in motion left.
We're going.
On 1st down, it's Chandler. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Ty Chandler taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Vikings have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. You talk about certain guys just having a nose for the end zone. He's one of them, and he was not going to be denied there.
And defensively, especially in the red zone, you've got to be able to...
Oh, this is blocked. This is going the other way. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he's all the way into the end zone. And so much for losing the lead with the 2 points there. This game's back to even.
Well, every time you think you've got this game figured out, it just keeps getting wilder and wilder. And now we are tied in the fourth quarter.
Neither one of us knows of coaches that sleep well when they're trying to coach a ball game. How about these guys? That's not going to happen at all after what we've witnessed in this game.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try and grab that lead back. Down the left sideline. He may go. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Bijan Robinson, 70 yards. And the Falcons strike quickly to take the lead here in the fourth. Well, they had done a really nice job on him through 3 quarters plus, but you just had that feeling eventually he was going to get loose.
And this is why coaches always preach that it's a 4-quarter game, right? It gets trite for us. It gets trite for the fans. But this is exactly what they're talking about. What you did before was terrific, but will it stand up if you start giving up big plays as we saw there?
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the fourth quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. Cousins throw complete to Rager. And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30.
A big play there for Minnesota. 47 yards.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Up the middle they go.
Chandler, 117 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Rager, the man in motion.
Cousins now on 2nd down. Complete. It's Johnson. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Can he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Cousins here going to change the play.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
They go play action. Cousins. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. Touchdown, Vikings! T.J. Hockenson from 17 yards out. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. Now this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. He's past the 30. He might score. He will score. Touchdown, Falcons. This game wasn't tied for long. How about that? A big return here in the 4th.
And this is that time of game where every big play is magnified. 4th quarter, kick return for a touchdown. You've got to feel great about your chances at this stage of the game.
And they regain the lead. Now we'll see if they can hold it. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. Throwing, Cousins. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Chandler. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. 142 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. Rager, the man in motion. First down. Here's Cousins. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Chandler.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Throwing is Cousins. He finds his man complete. It's Chandler. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. The sound reverberating here in the dome. This is 3rd down. On 3rd down, Chandler. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Not liking the look. They'll change the play. Here's Cousins. He finds his man complete. It's Chandler.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Now 2nd and 4.
Hey, no, he's easy. we go. Bring the energy.
On second down now, it's Chandler.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
The noise is getting deafening. Here's third down and 3.
Cousins. And the catch made by Johnson. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Desperation time. Cousins on fourth down. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock.
Here's first and goal.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
And that's exactly what you're looking for at the inside linebacker spot. Versatility. He can drop into coverage, or as he did on that last play, use his speed to get to the perimeter and knock the ball carrier for a loss.
Now Cousins.
Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson.
And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining.
This crowd doing all they can. Here's third and goal.
They'll run here on third and goal. And he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with the extra point.
Or they can go for 2 and go for the win.
And now they're going to go for 2 and a possible win as this crowd rises to make things difficult. And they do not get it. It's incomplete. They went for the win, and the big gamble does not pay off. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.